Alright, so Steven Universe had its second Steven Bomb, which is kind of weird that this is even a thing, but it had a lot of success the first time with a lot of people actually getting into the show since it was a new episode every week. And they've even done it with other shows like Clarence and Adventure Time. But this is the second time they've done it with Steven Universe. And we've got some pretty interesting episodes out of this Steven Bomb. And by the way, there's going to be a lot of spoilers, so if you haven't seen the episodes, quit watching this and go ahead and watch the episodes that aired this week. The first one is called Sworn to the Sword, and it's about Pearl teaching Connie to fight. And we actually get a song in this episode, and it's a really good song. It's very catchy. Also in this episode, we learn about Pearl's past with Rose and that she would literally die for her. So she's actually even a more obsessive character than we already thought. Then in the second episode this week, we got a little lighthearted with Rising Tides, Crashing Skies, which is a sort of faux documentary that Ronaldo made, explaining all of the weird things that happen in Beach City. I know a lot of people don't really like Ronaldo as a character, but it was a good change of pace, I think. Because even though we do have serious moments in this cartoons, it's mostly lighthearted. I mean, it is a Cartoon Network cartoon. Then in keeping it together, we go a little bit more serious with Garnet, with the gems tracking down Peridot at the kindergarten. And Peridot's animations are really ridiculous in this episode. I hope we'll be seeing more of her soon. And we also got the perfect shrug yes reaction from him doing this. Then in We Need to Talk, Steven's dad, Greg, tells us another story. And we find out that Pearl could actually fuse with Rose, which does explain why she's so obsessive over her, and that she was really jealous of Greg. Then in the episode that aired today, the gems are trying to find Malachite, but then Steven gets a little tired, so they go home and they have a little slumber party. And it turns out that Lapis is actually trying to communicate with Steven through his dreams. Or maybe Steven is actually accidentally communicating with her, because it seems like Lapis is focused on keeping Jasper just locked down there under the ocean. So overall, it was a pretty interesting Steven Bomb. I'm pretty sure at some point during the upcoming episodes we'll see either Peridot or Malachite again. So those are just some quick thoughts on the episodes. Like I said, it's very spoilery what I talked about. I still haven't done a proper review on Steven Universe, but maybe at some point, maybe after Season 2 ends. It's still really hard to see when the cutoff is for Season 1 and Season 2 because there's a lot of debate of where that ends and where it begins. Maybe it begins with this Steven Bomb because there's the new intro, but then again, it might start or end with full disclosure. I think Rebecca or Ian may have already clarified that, I just don't know. Anyway, what did you think of the Steven Bomb? Tell me down in the comments and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, by now we're getting a bit used to winter. We're like soldiers in the middle of a campaign, growing hardened to discomfort and